Welcome back, beautiful beings. Today I'm going to put one of my you can call it a journal, but there's not going to be paper because I can't fit it because there's a change of plans. But I want to show you what I'm going to be doing because I can only fit. I made 4 pocket files for this, but I can only fit 2 in because it's kind of tight. Okay. And I wanted to put paper in, but I'm not going to. So this is just going to be a picture journal. Okay. For pictures, cards, reminiscences, whatever, okay? But I'm going to glue this pocket here, okay? So that's going to be glued there. And you open it up. I'm not doing nothing here. I'm leaving that plain. I'm going to sew this here, right to there, to that piece. Then I'm going to glue this here. And for the fold, I have this piece, a burlap that I sewed around so it didn't unravel. I just sewed around the edges. I didn't want it to unravel. And I'm going to glue this here. And then this is going to be sewed in here. Okay, this one. Okay, and then I need to make a pocket for this. And then on the back, I'm going to put a hive because I can't put it in the journal because it's thick because it's cardboard. So I'm just going to put that there. Okay. Okay, beautiful beings. So as I do the steps, I will show you. All right, where I'm putting everything. First, but I'm going to glue this here because I want that there, and I'm going to have it overlapping the bottom and the top. And it'll just be sticking out and it'll be fine. Okay, beautiful beings. So I'm going to put a bunch of glue right down the seam, or the bend, the fold, whatever you want to call it, the fold. I'm going to put a bunch of glue there, and then I'm going to come out just a little bit here on this side, and then just a little bit on this side. But I want to make sure it's glued down very well. And I probably will let this sit for a couple hours, make sure it's dry, to make sure it's glued down very well before I start doing the other stuff. Okay, beautiful beings, especially sewing in the pocket file. I'm going to put that right like that. Nope, I'm not. I fibbed. I want it this way. Okay, so that'll be right on the fold. And I'm checking it because I want it moved over more. So that's in the middle of the fold. And when you store your journals, you have to stand them up. So I will be trimming off the bottom of the burlap on the journal. And I might as well glue this piece in right here. But I was thinking I should wait until I'm going to wait. I'm going to glue that there, but I'm going to wait until I actually sew this in first. And then the other one on the other side. Okay, beautiful beings. So I'll be back. Okay, beautiful beings. I decided I want to put fabric on the bends on the back of the journal. So I'm just measuring this, and I want it to come just a tiny bit past the top and a tiny bit past the bottom. So I'm just cutting it. I don't have enough room to show you. There we go. Hopefully that's right. If not, I'm going to have to cut another piece. Yep, that's fine. And then I have a piece of burlap. This is from Joann's. They come in long pieces like this. I've showed you these before. And then I think there's like 6 different designs. And they come all rolled up in a ball like this. Okay? Alright, so we're going to glue these down. And again, I'm going to put the glue right down like this. Okay? Make sure I got the ends good. I'm not gluing the whole piece all the way to the side, from this side to this side, just so it's nice and glued in the middle. Okay? All we're doing is covering that up. Okay? See, we're covering that up because you can see the bag. You can see part of the bag. Right. Now what side goes down? That is the question. I think it's this side. I want to make sure that's in the middle of the bend. So that's in the middle. And it is. And I do like doing this, just so I know it's going to be where I want it. Okay, beautiful beings. So just bend the whole thing over and then make sure it's nice and secure and straight, because I was having a hard time getting it straight. But I got, not this piece, the burlap, but that should be one straight, unless I have this crooked, because it doesn't look straight. But it's all right. But I want that. I'm going to bend it. I'm going to leave it dry bent. Okay? That way I know it's right where I want it. Now we're going to do the burlap. Burlap's going to go right here. And watch your glue when you use burlap, because I'm sure you all are aware it seeps through the burlap. So try to put as little as glue as you can. Just trying to make sure you can see what I'm doing. And this piece is a little wider than the other piece, but it's okay. You don't have to glue down the whole thing. Just basically around where the bend is, so it's attached to both sides of the bend. And I did stitch around this whole entire thing of burlap so it didn't fray out or fall apart. Alright, let's see. Put that like that. And then I'm going to bend it. It's not where I want it. Right in the middle of the bend. And that looks like the middle. So I'm going to close this one too to dry, but I'm going to check the straightness on this side and the straightness on this side. If you want, you can use 3-in-1 glue. It does not take as long to dry. Okay? And it's not sticking very well. I'm going to raise this up. Okay. I just don't want it to pull that much. That's why I'm doing that. Because you might have a loop thing when you open it, and I don't want that loop thing. Alright. I'll show you. I'm just going to do it. See that loop thing? That hump? I don't want that. I don't want that, beautiful beings. So I'm going to pull. And it really doesn't matter, but I just want to make sure it's down good. Okay? I'm leaving that one bent. This one I'm not too sure of. And I don't think I got enough glue in some spots, so I'm putting a little bit more glue just to make sure this has enough glue. Alright, this side has enough glue over here, not here. I just want to make sure it takes. 3-in-1 glue will work a lot better. But in case you don't have it, I'm just showing you how to do it with Elena's, okay? And I'm going to leave that one open because it's a thicker material, so when I bend it, it should be good. But I'm going to let it glue like that. This one, I'm letting it glue like this. And you're still going to have this just a little bit. But it's fine. Hopefully it glues down and goes away. Okay? Okay, beautiful beings. Now, I'm going to choose this needle. These are bigger than your average needle, as you can see. These are called doll needles. That's what I purchased. I purchased the doll needles. And I got this twine. This is from Dollar Tree. Wet your twine at the bottom. Makes it easier for it to go through the needle head. I didn't show you that. Average needle, see how bigger the needle head is? Okay. And then I'm going to pull this so I have a towel. Then I'm going to go 1 all the way up to the top, to the bottom, 2, and 3. Okay, I went all the way up to the top. Then I'm gonna snip that off. And I'm going to show you the holes I made. This is a pokey tool, they call it, I guess. They call it a pokey tool. Okay, all I did was I put a hole here and here, and I just eyeballed it. Okay, put one there and there. It's easier if you just do one. If you want to start learning how to do this, I would do one because it'd be way easier on you, and then you get the hang of it faster. And then I put a hole up here. As you can see, make sure you can see. I might as well do this part standing up. Okay, there's the hole. And then I just took it again and put a hole here. Okay, beautiful beings, I just got 2 holes. Now we're going to take our needle and thread. Make sure you have your tail so you don't lose the thread through the needle eye. And I'm going to put this, oh, we gotta start on the outside, beautiful beings. So if you want to dangle something from it, you can. Okay, so I'm gonna start at the top. And I'm not sure because I covered it where that hole is. So I'm gonna try to find it. There it is, right there. And I'm gonna make sure everything's going the right way. All right, it is. Because it's upside down because I'm doing this way so you can see. I'm going to put this through here. I'm going to pull this and see that tail. I'm going to pull it up just a little bit more, and I'm going to leave that tail. Okay, then I'm going to come over here and go through this hole and this hole and pull it again. Sure, check everything, especially my pom-poms. Right. I'm just gonna pull that just a little bit to make sure it's nice and snug. And then I'm gonna go back up through the top, and I'm gonna hold this tail to the side so it doesn't push any of it in. I'm gonna go back in the hole. I'm gonna sit down for this part so I can see what I'm doing, because I can't see it on the burlap. I'm going to go through this again. I'm going to pull that tail just a little bit, not hard, just a little bit to make sure it's tight. And we have our strip there, and we already have a strip here. So I'm going to pull that just a little bit, and then I'm going to go back through our hole. And this did rip, this cardstock. The one I showed you. I think it's Park Lane, I know that. I think it's Bright Colors Park Lane. So I won't be buying that again because it does rip if you pull hard. And I don't like that. And I never had that happen before. Now I'm going to go through the other hole. And I even, made it stronger by putting a different cardstock by gluing it on there, and it still ripped a little bit. I just wanted to point that out. I'm going to check my pom-poms, make sure they're all right. And I'm going to pull this through. Okay. I'm going to tighten it, not much, because I don't want this cardstock to rip even more. I'm going to tighten this end right here. And then I'm going to put a bow in the middle, like this. For now, because I might want to hang something from there. I'm not sure about that yet. I haven't gotten that far, beautiful beings. Right, so that's all in, okay? See, it's all in, it's nice and tight, nice and snug. Now we're gonna bring this one in, and we're gonna sew this one in. But I'm not using twine. This time I'm using yarn. I gotta find my needle. There it is. Got my needle. And I'm gonna, okay, beautiful beings. I had a visitor come to the back door, and then I went to start this again, and I had a phone call as soon as I turned the camera on. All right, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, and I'm just gonna cut that right here, and we're gonna sew this one in. And I'm gonna start at the top. Oh, I didn't even put the holes in this one yet. All right, I'm gonna put a hole right at the seam, right there. Okay, see needle? Hole there. Then I'm just gonna eyeball it, and we're gonna put a hole right in the bend, right there. Okay. Easy peasy. Then I'm going to take my needle and put this here, and I'm going to make sure it's lined up from the top to the bottom where I want it. Okay. And I'm going to find the bend. Make sure it's in there, right? How far we got from the top. We got a little room to move it up. Just a little room. Here, let me turn this sideways so you can see what I'm doing. All I'm doing is making sure, see how you can see this? I'll lay it flat so you can see it better. So that looks like it's even. I got a little bit of the journal sticking out there and a little bit of journal sticking out there. But I have to start this on the inside to put the hole in. Because there's no way I'm going to see through that burlap in the material I put down. So I'm going to make sure it's nice and against it. And I'm just going to follow the hole I already put. And I'm going to poke it through. I can't get my needle through, so I'm going to use this tool and then go right through. Okay? Right through, and so I don't lose it. I'm gonna hold that and put my needle through. Well, no, this side. Keep wanting to do the wrong side. There we go, see it? And I'm gonna pull this through. Watch my tail. Pull all the way until I have that much of a tail. And then I'm going to do the same thing down here. But I'm going to use my pokey tool because it makes a bigger hole. Put it through that hole. Then find the crease. I want it, this isn't tight. I want this tight. Here, let me get this one tight. Alright, that's right where I want it. So I gotta move that in. Alright. So I'm on the bend and I'm gonna poke this through, hold it, and go in with my needle. And then pull it through. And I'm just gonna tug these just a little bit, not too much. And I gotta watch the other pocket file. Make sure it's laying flat, and then I'm gonna hold this over and put that through the hole. Flip it over, not poke myself, and pull that through. And it's kind of something. No, it just bundled up. It just bundled up. Here, let's get that out of the way. There we go. Had to hold this one because it was bundling up with it. And then we're going to, is this the right way? I hope. Yes, it is. I forgot to check that, beautiful beings. If the pocket file is going the right way. Okay. I want to do it before I did a third hole. But they're going the right way. So I'm going to go back through and then we're done. And the yarn, I forgot to tell you, is from Dollar Tree. And it's 100% cotton. Let me pull this out. Sorry, beautiful beings. And my camera just shut off on me. I don't know what's going on. It's like I'm not supposed to get this video done, beautiful beings. But anyway, I was saying I'm going to hang some beads from here eventually. And this is nice and tight. This is nice and tight. So now I'm going to glue this in here. And then after that, I'm going to glue this one here. And then this one on the back. So once I get all that done, I'll be back. Okay, beautiful beings. I got this pocket. I used scrap. I glued it down, and then I went around it with white paint. Then I have these stickers from Dollar Tree, from Jot, and I want the bike. Okay, and I want the word too. And I'm going to peel the bike off very carefully. And I'm going to put the bike right there. And hopefully it sticks. It should stick well because it's on cardstock. Sometimes they don't stick, so I like to check them. Then I want the word too. Live for today, beautiful beings. I ripped that. See that? I don't even think I need it, so I'm not too worried about it. I'm not too worried about it. I'm going to add some glue to this just in case. If you've seen the mixed media pocket I made and I put a sticker on it, it didn't stick. So I had to go over it with glue to make sure it stayed down. So now I just like to put glue on them to make sure they're nice and glued down. Alright, I'm going to let that get tacky. And that's pretty much done. I should throw a flower in there. Maybe we'll throw this one in there. Put it right there because it looks like it needs something there. And boom. Pocket. And it's done. So we'll let that dry. Then we're going to bring in some seam binding. This is from My Scrap Cabin Shop. It's mahogany, and she takes seam binding, and she's on Etsy, and she colors it, and I love it. Okay, and then I got this. This goes next on something else, but I got this paper clip here. Okay, I got these beads here. I got glass beads and wood beads, and I tried to find the ones with the biggest holes so they would fit on this paper clip. And I'm hoping this works. If it don't, we'll figure something else out. But I do have some lace here, and it's real thin. And these are both from Joann's. Buy the spool. They're $1. I've been over there recently, and the bin's like empty, so I don't know if they're going to stop selling them for $1 and up the price or what they're doing. But I just wanted to put some of this in between. That's the wrong one. Here, let's do the white one first. I was just trying to mix up the colors and then add something else. This one won't go down past the curve, so I put the big one here. But I'm going to take, and Walmart has dollar beads. That's where these beads are from. They're kind of thick though, so I'm hoping this will work, but they didn't come together, and the beads usually come in either get 4 or 5 in a package, but that's where these beads are from. But keep in mind, when you buy beads, you might want to buy beads that are flatter. But I like the colors. I thought they went good with a journal. That's why I'm using them. I'm using this paper clip because one of the pocket files, I think, is too close to the fold. So I want to use this paper clip to hold it down. So hopefully this works, beautiful beings. I don't have my fabric scissors. Those ones are like totally wore out. Let's get that off there. Just put a little thing. You can do whatever you want. Put fabric in there too. I just thought the fabric made it look more finished. All right, and then on the other side, I have this little jump ring with a little trinket. This says shine bright. And I just want to, here, let's, I don't know. Just want to add that in there so it's on the other side. That needs open more. And then we're going to close it as tight as we can get it. Might have to go get my tool, but I just wanted to put a little seam binding on with that. And I put it on backwards, beautiful beings. So let's just go like this. Here, let's just do this, because it'll probably be easier for me. I'm gonna just got a pair of pliers here, and I just wanted to add a little bit of seam binding to it, because I thought it would look cute, but I want it to be in the back so it doesn't cover that. If I could find where this starts. And of course I can't, so I'm just going to clip a piece off. That. And I'm going to put it through. Let's make sure this is closed nice. That's all that does. Is make sure. See, and you got to be careful because some of these jump rings are really delicate. This one is, it's not very strong. These are the ones I got a whole bunch of them, I think from AliExpress. So watch when you buy them. Make sure you read the reviews on stuff. Now if I get this right. I just don't want it to come apart. Now I got it all wonky. See, this is a cheap one. I don't even know what material to tell you to buy in these. I'm not really knowledgeable about them. I already cut that. What am I doing? So I'm going to put a piece of this in here. Now I'm going to tie it. I just wanted something else in there. There we go. I'm going to even double knot it, just so I know it's not going to come off. There we go. And then this is going to go on the opposite side, so it'll show on the opposite side of the page, but I want to make sure I put it on the right way this time. I think that's it. There we go. So that's done. Let's check this. Right there, see what I mean? That's why I like putting glue on. That's exactly why. I just hope the whole thing don't come up now. I'm just gonna lay that there. And then I'll check it again later. Just push it all down. See, that's not gluing either. Oh, that's the extra, but I'm gonna glue it down. I'm gonna glue it down because I don't want it to get caught and be ripped. Alright, everything else seems to be going down. Of course, I had to say that. Now these aren't. These aren't beautiful bangs. I'll check the rest of it later. We'll move on. Alright, I wanted to show you this. See, on this part right here, it was starting to rip a little bit. So I took Mod Podge with my finger and I put it on here and I let it dry, and then I added more paint. Because when I did this, I thought I had enough space, but I don't know. It was rubbing on something, but that's why we made this. Okay, for this one, this is all done. Okay, I glued that in there, right there. Glued this pocket in. I left this so if they want to add their own thing, I like to leave spots where they can add things. Say they find something with a bee or something that they like, a sticker, something, anything. It can be a card, whatever, and they want to glue it in, they can do that, okay? Because they got enough going on, and they can even write in these spaces. They can do whatever they want. But this is what this is for. This is to hold this page down. Right here. And I don't know where I got these big paper clips from, but I wish I did. Just look it up online, big paper clips, and I'm sure you can find them. But that's going to go right there and hold this down, okay? That's what that's for, right? And I'll show you the back. That's not right. And that's what it looks like over here, okay? And that one's moving up. Did we lose one? We did. Now I'm gonna have to figure out what I'm gonna put beside this so it doesn't move. We're learning together. I don't know. The beads are quite big. They're very big. So I don't know. But I like it. But we just need something there. But I don't even think the earring backer won't work. If we could find something to put there. I don't know. But we gotta take it off. We gotta take it off, beautiful beings, because I want to glue down my pocket. I'm learning with you. So you take it off, it doesn't come apart. It's just when you put it on that the beads pop up. Alright, I'm gonna... Alright, where's the one where I wanted to put that? Back here. Let's see why... I don't know. I mean, it doesn't really affect it until you close it. And I think that's when it was hitting here. Right. Back to the pocket. This pocket, I'm gluing right here. I like it there. Then they got plenty of room to do whatever they want down here or leave it. And this one is plain. And I'm leaving that plain. So if they find, sorry, I'm losing my voice. So if they find something they want to stick on here, they can add their own touch. Okay, so I'm leaving that one plain. Some beautiful beings like to add their own touches, but I'm gonna move this out of the way. I'm gonna try to figure out what to stick on here so that don't move. Even maybe one of those little tiny rubber bands might work. Right. I use the stove top, as you can see. I put something on here to hold this down. And I'm just going to glue it right here. Right there, beautiful beings. And I'm going to set something on here just to start it. And then once it gets tacky, where I know that the glue won't ooze out, I'm going to move it over here just a little bit. Away from the fold. When I know the glue is going to not ooze out, then I'll stick something on that. Okay, beautiful beings. I got these little rubber bands. You can get them at Dollar Tree. They're real thin and they're real tiny. Okay. So I'm going to take one. And I'm going to put it right here. Let's see if I can get it on there. couple times. And I did stretch the paper clip out. We're just gonna move it down the paper clip. And that should hold that bead. Or you can just tie a piece of lace there if you don't like this look. That's what I'm gonna do to hold that bead. Okay, beautiful beings. I wanted some, you know, that see-through ribbon, yellow, you can get at Dollar Tree. That's what I wanted, but apparently I used it all. So I have to put that on my list to buy. So I'm just gonna put more seam binding, yellow, right here. So that does not, and I did double knot the seam binding. Okay, beautiful beings, I decided to take the seam binding, the mahogany seam binding, off the jump ring. And then I'm just gonna tie the jump ring with the seam binding onto the paper clip. So that hangs down nicely. It's still gonna move. That's why I got this here. Make sure this is up more so our little charm shows. But it's still moving. But at least we got that there. But I can't do nothing until that dries. And this was daffodil seam binding. Or dandelion, sorry. Dandelion from my scrap cabin shop on Etsy. Okay? Okay, beautiful beings. We're going to finish this up and then I'm done. I'll just do a reveal. A quick one after this last step. I'll do another video and do a quick reveal. I have this lace here. I wanted this part off. That's all I did. A zigzag in between the mesh. Okay, and I'm going to glue this here. I think I want it this way. I'm not sure yet. Let me open this up. That paper clip took too long to figure out. But when you have something that you've never done before, you'll have that. I'm just going to glue this here. Okay. So I'm just going to put some glue here and there on a lace. And I'm going to glue it right here. I'm going to tuck this down here. And I just want to make sure it's not on the fold. Okay? And move it up. And I'm going to push it down. I think that just looks better. It looked too plain there for my taste. So and plus I wanted to add yellow because there was hardly any yellow on that page. And then I have this flower, and I'm just going to put some glue in here. And then there's that. Okay? Okay, beautiful beings. I'm going to figure out what I'm going to put on here. And I can't turn this to show you, but this does work like this. This took way too long for my liking to do this, but we figured it out together, so now it'll be quicker the next time we do this, okay? All right, thanks for watching. I'll do a reveal of the whole journal once I figure out what I'm going to put on here. Have a wonderful everything.